Welcome guys. Now today we are going to start the chapter name is electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave क्या है? Electromagnetic wave in the form of visible light enable us view the world around us, okay? And the infrared waves warm from our environment. Radio waves carry our favorite TV and रेडियो प्रोग्राम्स ओके हिस्ट्री ऑफ देखते हैं हम इसको क्या कह रहा है हिस्ट्री ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव। देखो ये बात है कई साल पहले की जब एक मैक्सवेल साइंटिस्ट आए थे जिन्होंने क्या किया था प्रिडिक्ट किया था द प्रेजेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव। उसका हर्च आए थे उन्होंने क्या किया था प्रोड्यूस किया था और डिटेक्ट किया था इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव कहाँ पर तो 6 मीटर एक्सपेरिमेंटल ओके। एक था जेसी बोस उसमें क्या किया था द प्रोड्यूस मैग्नेट इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव of the wavelength ranging of from the 5 mm to 25 mm. Marconi the successful transmitted the EV यानी कि बोलते नहीं है इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स या फिर इलेक्ट्रो EV waves up to a few kilometers, and the Marconi discovered that if one of the spark gap the terminal and is connected to an antenna and the other terminal is earth end and the EMA waves radiated could go up and to the several kilometer. The displacement of current. The displacement current is a current that flows is insulting material such as capacitor and in response to the changing and the electric field as the opposed to a changing charge it introduced by the James Clerk Maxwell as a part of his equator that describe that describe the behavior of electromagnetic field. Displacement current is the considered to be imaginary current, but its effects are real and can be observed in the behavior electrical circuit. ID is equal to E is equal to d psi by dt and where the समझ गया होगे ये फॉर्मूला भी ध्यान रखना ID इज इक्वल टू ओके। इसमें ID क्या है डिस्प्लेसमेंट है परमिटिविटी है चेंज इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स है और टाइम है ओके। उसके बाद नोट में क्या बात है देखो note the formula for the displacement current is similar to that the conventional current q I is equal to dq by dt where the conventional current dq is the changing in current change in the current and dt is change in time. Displacement current is can be thought as thought of as an equivalent current behaves in a similar manner and to conventional current in the Maxwell equator okay equation. Maxwell equation in vacuum क्या है Maxwell equation in the vacuum describe the behavior electromagnetic field and in the absence of any matter and the equation are four in the number and are as follow Gauss law the total internal electric flux through a closed surface is proportional to the charge enclosed within the surface इसका फॉर्मूला है ये साई ई डी ए एंड डी बाई इन नॉट ओके ये भी काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। उसका क्या है गॉस लॉ फॉर द मैग्निफिकेशन देयर आर नो मैग्नेटिक मैन मोनोपोल्स एंड देयर फॉर टोटल मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स थ्रू अ क्लोज सरफेस इज ऑलवेज जीरो। इसको बी डी ए कॉस थीटा इंटीग्रेटर बोलते हैं ना जो जीरो है। एंड द फैराडे लॉ ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेट क्या होता है देखिए चेंजिंग इन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड and induce electric field okay EDL is equal to minus d5 by dt and of Ampere law and with the Maxwell correction the total magnetic field around a closed path is proportional to the current and enclosed within the part and including both conventional current and the displacement current and this equation from the basis of the classification electromagnetic and the provides theoretical framework for the understanding the behavior of electric and the magnetic field जहाँ फार्मूला है बी डी एल इज इक्वल टू एम नॉट आई सी म्यू नॉट ई d psi by dt okay अब आता है इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव क्या होता है। इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव आर ट्रांसवर्स वेव दैट प्रोपोगेट थ्रू द स्पेस एंड कैरी बोथ इलेक्ट्रिक एंड द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। दे डू नॉट रिक्वायर अ मीडियम एंड फॉर द प्रोपेगेशन एंड कैन travel through a vacuum. The speed of electromagnetic wave in the vacuum is a constant and is equal to the speed of light, and which is approximately 29 बोलते नहीं है 299,792,753 मीटर 48 मीटर पर सेकेंड। ओके, ये था स्पीड उसका। The wavelength and the frequency of electromagnetic wave are related to equation is equal to c is equal to lambda phi. C is the speed of light, where the lambda is the wavelength of the wave and the f is the frequency. Okay, और कोई डरने की बात नहीं है। Electromagnetic wave have numerous applications in the various fields and including the communication, navigation, remote sensing, and the medical imaging and the many others. They are an important part of our daily lives and play a critical role in the modern technology. How are electromagnetic waves produced? Electromagnetic waves are produced whenever there is a change in the electric and the magnetic field, and this change can be in the form of oscillation and a moving charge or a charge in the charge distribution, and the resulting electromagnetic waves will be propagate and through a spaces, carrying energy and the momentum from the source to the location to other the location. Nature of electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave are a type of transverse and a wave that carries both electric and the magnetic field. They are unique in that they do not require a medium for propagation and can travel through a vacuum. Electromagnetic wave and have several important properties, including they have traveled through a vacuum and they are therefore not dependent on the medium or for propagation. They can carry energy and the momentum from one location to another location. Okay, and they can interact with each other particles and influence their behavior. They can polarize, and the meaning that electric field of the wavelength of the wave is oriented in a particular direction. They can be reflected and the refracted and the diffracted, and when they are encountered and the obstacle or a change in the property of the medium through which they are propagating. Okay, electromagnetic spectrum is the range of all type of electromagnetic radiation, including radio waves and microwaves, infrared radiation, and the invisible light, and the ultraviolet radiation, x-ray, and the gamma ray. And the different forms of the electromagnetic radiation differ in their frequency and the wavelength and the energy. Okay, or electromagnetic spectrum is often represented as a continuous range of the frequency, with the lower frequency on the left and the higher frequency on the right. Each type of electromagnetic radiation has a characteristic frequency range and is used to the different application. For example, radio waves are used for the communication, microwaves and बोलते हैं ना microwaves and are used in the microwave or ovens or visible to the light is used to for a sight. Okay, the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, electromagnetic magnetic spectrum also include the ionization radiation, and which has high enough to the energy to the ionized atom and the molecules, leading to the possible health effect. Example of ionization radiation include X-ray and gamma ray. Non-ionization radiation, on the other hand, has insufficient energy to ionize atoms and molecules and is generally considered to be a safe for the human's exposure. Example of a non-ionizing radiation and include the radio waves, microwaves, and the visible light. Understand the electromagnetic spectrum is important for a whole range of for the field, and including the communication, medicine, astronomy, and the environmental monitoring, as well as the development of a new टेक्नोलॉजी एंड द इनोवेशन। ओके, दिस इसको आप नोट कर ले, बहुत काम आएगा ये आपके। अब आता है रेडियो वेव क्या होता है? रेडियो वेव आर द प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द ऑस्किलेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड द इलेक्ट्रिक एंड द मैग्नेटिक field. They can be generated by the antenna and that is connected to the electronic circuit and such as transmitter, and when an alternating current flow through the antenna and it creates at any time varying electromagnet and that radiates away from the antenna in the form of radio waves. These radio waves be can then be received by the another antenna and used to the carrying information such as sound or the data. Okay, radio waves are the type of electromagnetic radiation and with the wavelength and the range and the 500 frequency hertz to the 1000 million frequency hertz, and they have longest wavelength in the electromagnetic spectrum and can be used for the various purposes such as the broadcasting, communication, and the navigation. Microwave क्या होता है? Microwaves and with a frequency gigahertz and range and the produced by the spectral vacuums called klystron and the magnetrons and the gun diodes. Due to their short wavelength and they are suitable for the radar system and used in the aircraft navigation. Radar also provide the basic for the speed guns and used to the time fastball and the tennis service and automobiles. Microwaves ovens are used in the interesting domestic application for these waves. Okay, अब कहा जाए इंफ्रारेड वेव्स क्या होता है, आई आर क्या होता है, ठीक है। आई आर वेव्स क्या होता है? ओके, इंक्लूडिंग द इमेजिंग, फिजिकल थेरेपी, रिमोट कंट्रोल एंड द सो ऑन। और देखा जाए तो इसमें कहा गया है यहाँ से एन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक infrared radiation also plays an important role in regulating the earth's temperature through the greenhouse effect as absorbed by the greenhouse gases and the warms the planet. अब जानो ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट क्या होता है? ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट इज अ नेचुरल फिनोमेना दैट अकर्स व्हेन अ सर्टेन गैसेस इन द अर्थ एटमॉस्फेयर नोन एज द ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस एंड द हीट ट्रैप from the suns and warms the earth planet or surface. Okay, and the process is essential for the maintaining the earth's average and temperature is creating the habitable environment. Okay, the greenhouse hmm, the greenhouse effects such as carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, and absorbed red emit infrared radiation from the Earth's surface, trapping the heat in the atmosphere, warming the planet, and the natural greenhouse effect keeps the Earth's average temperature around 60 degrees Celsius and making them it's possible for the exist for the life exist. However, the human activity and such as the burning fuel and to the for deforestation and has greatly increased the level of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere and the leading to the phenomena known as the global warming, and it is the causing the earth. Hmm. Earth's average temperature rise the understand rate and which is leading to the numerous environmental and the social impacts such as melting of polar ice caps, rising sea levels, and the more frequent and the intense extreme weather event. Visible ray, visible light is the part of photoelectric for the is a electromagnetic spectrum that is defected by the human eye and is responsible for our visual perception of the world. The range of the visible light is for about 4 into 10 to the power 6 hertz to about 7 into 10 to the power 40 hertz, or wavelength range of range of about 700 to 400 nm, and the human eye is not sensitive to the range of wavelength and allowing the use to see and the interpret and the world around us. However, it's important to note that the different in animals have different sensitive to different ranges for the wavelength. For snakes can detect infrared waves, and many insects have ability to the see infrared ultraviolet rays. And this diversity of sensitivity highlight are the unique adaptation that have evolved in the different species to help them and the perceive the interact with their environment. Visible ray क्या होता है? UV ray spectrum covers the range of length from the 40 nm to 0.6 nm and is produced by the source as the sun and the UV lamps. Although the radiation has beneficial uses and such as the water purifier and the LASIK eye surgery, and the overexposure to the UV can be harmful to human health. Okay, to human health and can increase the risk of skin damage and the cancer. Ozone layer is in the atmosphere help to absorb the most of the harmful UV radiation from the sun, and which is why the depletion of ozone layer by the CFC is concerned. X-ray. X-ray are part of electromagnetic spectrum and have a wavelength range from 10 nm to the 10 inverse 4 nm. They are produced by the high energy electrons striking the metal target and are commonly used in the medicine for diagnostic and the imaging as a treatment of for the cancer. X-ray can be harmful and because they can be damage or destroy the living tissue. So care must be taken to limit exposure and to only what is the necessary for the medical purpose. Gamma ray. Gamma ray are a part of electromagnetic spectrum and have highest frequency and the shortest wavelength for any forms of the electromagnetic radiation, ranging for about 10 to the power minus 10 meter to less than the 10 inverse 4 gamma. Gamma rays are produced in the nuclear reaction by the radioactive nuclei and have various uses in the medicine and including the treatment of cancer, and they are also used in the industrial scientific applications such as in the measurement of the thickness of material and the infection and the inspection of solid for the detect. And however the like X-ray that they can be harmful to the living tissue and the organism must be used with care of to avoid unnecessary excessive exposure. अब उसके बाद दे रखा है हमारा ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, इसको जान लेते हैं। इसको ऐसे तो नहीं, इसको टर्न करना पड़ेगा तो अब ज़्यादा क्लियर दिखेगा। ओके, इसी को ध्यान में रखना। अब देखो इसमें दे रखे हैं इसी को जान लो, सबसे ज़्यादा ज़्यादा काम आएगा। इसी को नोट कर लेना, बहुत काम आएगा। ओके, so guys, thanks for watching video till the end and don't forget that you are part of journey of need. So like, share and subscribe as you can, and bye bye and see you in next video.